again. If you baby see on a movie screen, is it cold or happy end? If the world gets me where I'm supposed to be, will I know I've made it then? It's so hard. Can we skip to the good part?
I hope you can see me, because I'm not gonna try to fix this shit. So, there's a flash on this, and I don't want the flash, because if you flash when you take the picture, it's gonna completely obstruct the mirror, but I want to take a picture with the mirror. So, yeah. Also, these are so bright, and I'm sorry, it's gonna make this shot weird. Get over it. I like that color. Okay. Wonder how that turned out. The thing about Polaroids is that they really need a bright light to get that picture quality that you want. And so, it's really hard to get mirror Polaroids because unless you have one of the classic Polaroid cameras that doesn't have a flash, it's practically impossible. Like, this isn't even a Polaroid. This is an Instax Fuji film. This one might not be good. Look at this. It's just a bulb, like a spark. I'll put it on the mistake pile next to that one that was just black. Let's do maybe more prominent RGB. Alright, whatever. We'll see about this one. Maybe this one's it. You can already kind of see it. It's almost like an orb of light. Look at this. Look at this. Very problematic. Oh. Today is Sunday, and I have not recorded much of anything. I was out of town for that concert. I just really didn't have any time to sit and talk, so I didn't. But, I did make 2 TikToks. One has 3,000, one has half of that. So that's good. I've still been able to keep a higher amount of views like last week. Nothing really crazy has happened on TikTok since last episode, so nothing super crazy to update on. YouTube is still doing good with views, but this week I have a couple ideas that I have laid out. One of them is focused on Reels, and it's a very time-consuming idea. But I used to upload all of my TikToks onto Instagram Reels, and they all got very good views. It was 70, 80, 100,000, 20,000. Ranger. So view-wise, Instagram Reels was really, really good. And then randomly they just cut me out, and I just started getting 3 or 2 views, which is really weird. After that, I stopped uploading TikToks to Instagram Reels. But this week, I'm gonna try to just kind of dump it all on there and see what happens. I don't really care if I get views off of Instagram Reels. Their algorithm is so weird that it's not even worth trying to figure out. Because it's so weird. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna try to do that today, here the next hour, just sit and just upload and write something. So yeah. That's what we're gonna try to do. And then make a couple more TikToks this week and see where it takes us. So, yeah. So it is Sunday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Usually I'll start filming Thursday and then I'll go from Thursday to Thursday. But I haven't started filming until yesterday, like Saturday. So I'm behind like 4 days worth of video and footage. Maybe this week's video is just gonna be short, and that's fine. Maybe it won't be. Maybe something will happen this week. I don't know. I mean, TikTok, my views are like steady still, but I mean, Instagram, that Reels idea I posted, it's gotten 0 views. I've gotten nothing out of it. I haven't posted any, like all of them, because like, I don't know, nothing's happening, so what's the point? I have a couple of ideas written down that I could work on, and maybe you'll hear a TikTok sound, but like, for me right now, I just don't, I feel like I have nothing to give, you know? Like, I feel like everything I'm doing is just like hitting a wall, you know? And like, you know, I always talk about how I'd be jumping, you know, hit a wall, jumping. Like, I feel like I've hit the wall, you know? And once you hit that wall, it's so hard to jump again, you know? Because it's just like, when are you gonna hit that last wall, you know? I'll think of something. Yeah. Today, I got a little bit accomplished. I got a couple of TikToks out, and they're all right, you know? So right now there is this TikTok trend where you share the video that got the most views. Now, that's fine, right? Like, that's okay, whatever. I haven't made that video because I don't like re-uploading content. I don't like taking the same thing and just uploading it again for a quick grab of views. I don't get any reward out of that. I just feel like everything I make, everything I create, I want to be rewarded for that creativity, you know? Like, I don't want to just like have a quick grab for views. Like that last one that blew up, I can't say I'm happy that it got that many views because it really wasn't that hard of a job to do, you know? I don't want a short grab for views. I want someone to enjoy what I'm making at like that level, you know? That would be insane. Like, take this series or take, you know, the skit I wrote. Like, stuff like that I wrote, I produced, I shot. And maybe it's shitty. Maybe it's not good content. Who knows? You know, who am I to judge that? I tend to think that I'm harder on myself, and maybe I'm just honest with myself, but I don't think I make good content. And you know, every time I make something, I strive for a better creation, a better product that I'm making. And I don't know if that's discouraging or encouraging. You know, it's really hard for me to say to myself, it's really hard to encourage myself that like, this is good, you know, this is funny. Because when I make something that I think is funny, it gets nothing. Like, it gets no views. And I'm just like, well, was it funny? Like, did I make something funny, or was it something that wasn't even worth a double look? And I feel like that's the wall I've hit, is this feeling that I'm not good enough. That everything I'm doing is pointless, and that no matter how hard I push, I'm just gonna be stuck here in this circle, in this loop. And you know, this series is my escape from that. It's a way for me to really talk about what I'm dealing with. And it's a weird thing, you know? Like I said last week, this whole series is for me and for you. It's not just about me. It's about us. It's about this community. And sometimes I feel like I'm not even worth it for this community. And, you know, for me, I always look to different artists, different movies, TV shows, and music. I love music. I try to incorporate a different song each week, which is really the song that I'm feeling that period of time. I think first week was the song Content from Bo Burnham. The whole just like creation he made, it was so beautifully creative. You know, the music was just perfect. I love everything about that, and I really love the creativity behind it. Oh, that is a piece of something that I personally was feeling creative towards. And then, what was the second week song? I think it was Oliver Tree. His music is very, very, not necessarily uplifting, but it's very creative and unique in its own way. And, you know, second week was Some Nights, the intro by Fun, which is a very, very unique song. And then this week is AJR, which their music is very, very creative. It's very open and speaks about their problems and what they deal with. And that's something that I can appreciate. I can really understand and relate to some of the stuff that they talk about. And, you know, for me, that's usually what I go to is different music, different videos and YouTubers, and I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about because, I mean, where I am right now, my views are down and so are my hopes, you know? It's exactly what I expected, but even when I say what I expect, you know, I always hope maybe, you know, something good will come out of this. But thing is like, you can keep making this creation. You can keep making whatever it is you're doing. Whether you're drawing or you're making music, you know, you're writing a book, you're writing a movie, you're writing a TV show. Whatever it is you're doing, don't say it's not good before anyone sees it. Just don't. You're putting yourself set for failure before you even hit that failure. You're not a failure. You know? You won't become a failure until you're successful. And if you go down, if you get hit with something, like, that's failure. To me personally, I see failure as people who rise up to this fame instantly, this huge boom, but it's not unique. It's not creative or like something that people grab onto and really understand. You know, it's not something unique that people grab onto. I think really good like showcases of that, Leon Lush, which is a YouTuber that I love, he's very, very cool and unique, and he's not huge, and like he has a great following, but he's not super crazy big, but he always shows appreciation for the people who subscribe, the people who he talks to, and I loved that. I always have loved that. And, you know, he always showcases these different videos and different people that are rising to fame really fast. And several artists that have recently shown up, like the Island Boys, who they had that one meme come out and like their heads were just full of this idea that they hit it, like they're at fame. And, you know, when's the last time you heard the Island Boys get talked about? It's not that they didn't have that fame, but when you get to that point, they have nothing to give. You know, they just were made fun of. And I would hate that. I don't want to become famous just to be made fun of or hated. Like, if that's what fame is, I don't want it. I want to create so that I'm happy. I love to create. I love to make TikToks. I love to make Instagram. I love to make this. But if I'm doing it solely to get views and solely to get these likes, why am I doing it? What's the point of this? It takes out the joy, and I don't want that. You know, I want to enjoy it. I want to have somewhere to really push this creativity past this block that I keep hitting. And it's hard. It sucks. It's not easy. It's not. You know, you hit that and you just want to give up. And I'm not done yet. You know, this is what, episode 4? And so much has happened. That's insane. I really, when I made this, every part of me was telling me, go. Like, you need to go. You need to start. You need to do this. And really, I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that anything interesting will happen. And I was wrong. And I still feel like I'm wrong. I mean, today, yesterday, day before yesterday, I have no energy or anything. Everything I'm making, but like, I'm just like, what's the point? It's not gonna be heard. No one's gonna listen. But that shouldn't be why you do what you do. And that shouldn't be why I do what I do. And that's a really hard thing to do. Yeah. Let's talk for a minute about editing. So for me, usually I'll edit everything on TikTok. So, or not TikTok, I'll edit everything on iMovie. So TikToks that I wrote, skits that I wrote, literally content, the show that I make, all of it is done on iMovie. I'll write it in the description of every content that I make. I'll write it in the description that I made this on iMovie and Videoleap. So usually what I'll have to do is I'll have to take all of my files, transfer them, and then put them onto iMovie, edit it, do everything. But iMovie sucks. It's really hard to use. A lot of the things aren't great, and I don't like the editing app. But editing on PC, which it's the way you should edit, is just such a scary thing for me that I've never really tried it. So I'm taking the daunting task of doing it. There are a couple of ways to edit on PC, and I have an app and everything. It's just I've never used it, and I'm scared of it. So yeah, this episode might be very, very badly edited, or it might be perfect. I don't know. We're gonna see. Because everything that I'm making for this episode, I'm gonna try to do on PC, and it's all new. So hopefully, starting today, everything will be edited on PC, but shot on iPhone. So we'll see. So wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. About 2 hours and 30 minutes since I first started making, or it's been about 2 to 3 hours. I don't remember when I started working on this. And the most I've been able to get done is that just getting the videos onto the editing app is taking me so long. I literally had to reset my PC like 6 or 7 times. Nothing was working. iTunes wasn't working. The editing app kept crashing. It wasn't even my PC. It was just the apps, dude. iTunes is trash, and I can't find a good way to save footage. And the best way to do it at high quality is through Apple's file saving. And you'd think they make it easy, but they don't. They don't make it easy. It's very complicated. And I'm very angry and exhausted. And I just want to cry. Oh, God. I can't, because I gotta work on this shit. So you know how yesterday I said I was going to edit this whole thing on PC? Yeah, that didn't happen, but here's why. Let me explain why. I literally was up until 2-ish, 1:30-ish, and I just gave up because once I added everything onto this PC, whenever I play it,
So this is the editing software, right? As you can see, that is moving, which means that the audio is coming through, which means that this should be moving, but it's not. And I don't know why. Like, this should be moving frame by frame, and it's going at such a slow rate, and I don't know why. That is the current problem I'm working on, because I came to the realization that I can't figure this out, and so trying to edit everything this week that I've already made, it'll not be good. And so I'm editing everything on iMovie this week, and next week I'm gonna try to make a project, record and edit it solely on this. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe it'll be a skit or a TikTok. I'm looking into doing maybe an edit from this episode to put on TikTok and editing it here to see how the quality is uploading from TikTok to here, because it looks good. If I can just get my frame rate to show so I can actually edit it, that would be amazing, because I've looked at the files and it's not the files that are corrupted, it's this app specifically that is making it do this, and it's so annoying. So that's my current frustration that I've been trying to figure out, but yeah.
So today's Thursday. I finished editing most of this episode, Tuesday night. I was able to get a couple of things done, like the little extra details for the final edit done, and post a TikTok and record that. But I don't think that one did very good on views. I think last I checked it had, I think, like 200, 300. Maybe it's gone up. I haven't checked it this morning. That sucks. I want to get something out tonight. I get off at 6 and I'm in Canyon. Or I get off at 6, so we'll see about that. But I definitely am going to finish editing this and hopefully record something tonight. But what that is, I don't even know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah.
This week was weird, to say the least. I mean, had this trip at the beginning of the week, and that put me behind a couple of days, and it was really hard to be able to capture everything I was working on. But I would say it was more just an interesting week, to be told. The only thing left that I want to get done the end of this week would be finishing this edit of content and maybe posting a TikTok tomorrow, which would be Friday, which I will probably record for next episode. But before I ended it off, I wanted to do a quick little check. I haven't looked at my analytics at all this week, but TikTok has gone down. I knew that. It looks like it's gone down by 88%. If you look right there, you can see this line. This is where I posted the first episode of content, second and third. Third one didn't get as many views, which, I mean, that's expected, but the first one got a lot, and that's really cool. Second one, third one, and then over here on TikTok, you can see that from April 28th to just 2 days ago, May 3rd, all of my views have kind of went down, but they're starting to come picking back up towards more 11,000, which that's really cool. And as you can see, 88% down, 90% down. The views going down was expected. I mean, I knew that there's always like an incline and then a decline as soon as you get a lot of views. It's really hard to get analytics whenever you just had a video blow up and the rest of them aren't, because it's hard to see where you've gotten more views on those videos in comparison to the past couple of months, because of that big one being the main source of all those income and views. So that's something that's really interesting too, is trying to navigate that idea and try to figuring out that. But just something I thought it was interesting. But yeah, I think that's it for this week. Next week I want to really get done with editing, figure that out. I really need to figure that out. It pissed me off last week, so this week really annoyed me. So that's something I really want to get done. So I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, that's about all that I have. So yeah. Just something I thought was interesting.